Kofi Annan's Millennium Address to the UN General Assembly in 2000 was the catalyst. As he said then, if humanitarian intervention is an unacceptable assault on sovereignty, then how should we react to a Rwanda, to a Srebrenica, to gross and systematic violations of human rights that offend every precept of our common humanity? Well, 5 years later, the UN's response to that challenge was the birth, with the Canadian-sponsored commission, which I co-chaired, the midwife, of the concept of the responsibility to protect. And this is an achievement of which the international community should remain very proud. True it is, 20 years later, as we look at the mass of horror stories still erupting in the world around us, there are plenty of voices to be heard saying that the whole enterprise has been a waste of time, that the responsibility to protect, R2P, is just a dead letter. To them, I make this response. If R2P is not the right set of standard-setting principles and prescriptions to respond to unconscionable mass atrocity crimes of the kind that have been responsible for causing the deaths of some 80 million men, women and children over the course of the last century, then what is the alternative? What is the alternative? The truth of the matter is that there is no alternative. The concept of R2P has shown itself capable of mobilising a genuine cross-cultural revulsion at the continuance of those terrible mass atrocity crimes. It's done so in language which most people around the world still find instinctively attractive. And above all, it's shown itself capable of creating a consensus, a global consensus for effective action in a way that no other contending approach to these issues has ever been able to do. It would be a tragedy now, under these circumstances, to succumb to the cynics and the skeptics, to fail to see the continuing force of R2P as an energising ideal. And it would be a tragedy to abandon the aspiration to see it fully and effectively implemented in all its dimensions. I believe very much that outcome is still possible, and all those of us around the world who care deeply about our common humanity share that belief and can act upon it. I believe again that finally the crucial need is to stay optimistic. If we want a more decent world, one in which mass atrocity crimes are ended once and for all, then we have to start by believing that such a world is possible. I believe it is possible to realise the vision of all those 20 years ago, and this 20th anniversary is the time for us to renew our commitment.